everybody, it's Michelle from Monkey's Creations. We're gonna make a turkey tonight, and I'll wait just a minute and see who pops on here. Been trying to figure out these turkey legs. Hello, y'all. Let me know when you pop on here where you're from, so I know who's here. So if y'all saw the picture that I posted, we're gonna be making a turkey, but not your typical digital download, Mod Podge, anything like that onto the board. Hey y'all. So we're going to be using the board, obviously, Unique in the Creek. And we're going to be using these. How cool are these for the back of the turkey? South Carolina. So these are going to be part of the turkey. And I found these at Hobby Lobby, and I love the colors. And then I found the top hat. I found this at Party City, and I cut it in half, and it just easily cut right through because you're only going to need half of it. And then I just hot glued the band on, and then whatever decorations you're going to decorate your hat with. I've already hot glued some leaves on here because I'm going for more of a rustic look. So that's what we're doing. So the only thing you're going to need that I used is the burlap, and I've already got most of it done, so y'all didn't have to sit here, but I will tell you exactly what I did. I've got black zip ties to zip tie the hat in, and I poked holes using, I just used, hey y'all, using a, what do you call it? The hole punch. I just punched holes on both sides of the hat. That way they can easily just be zip tied right into the frame. Okay, so I've got that done. So we're gonna do a bow. I'm gonna do a bow the first thing, that way I can get all of this out of here. Mr. Franklin, did you get your pizza? Did you already eat? So this is the Pro Bow, and this is what I generally make all of my bows on. I think most of y'all have seen these. Hello y'all. Thanks for watching. So I'm going to, and I'm just using one ribbon for this bow. I love this ribbon. So it's kind of the rustic browns, tans, oranges. So that's what I'm gonna use, and I'm gonna bring y'all down. So we can knock this bow out real quick, and then I can get all of this big stuff out of my way. Hey y'all. So I think most of y'all know this is the Pro Bow. I'm not gonna use the middle peg. And generally for all my bows, I use row C. And these can be moved to make them bigger, to make them smaller, however you want to do it. So, oh, where's my middle peg? Where's my middle peg? All right, so I'm just gonna measure, and then I'm gonna scrunch. Hello. Take my pipe cleaner, just wrap it around. This bow will take 2 minutes. Wrap it around my middle peg. Wrap it on the one underneath and get that tail out of my way. And then we're just gonna wrap it around, pinch it, twist it, wrap it around your next peg. And we're gonna do that same thing because I didn't want to use a lot of different ribbons. So this is gonna be all the same ribbons. So it will take me 2 minutes and then we can get this thing out of the way. So everybody have a good day. I know Louisiana's getting soaked. Louisiana, or did it go more up Mississippi? I think it went up more through Mississippi, didn't it? So we dodged that bullet. Unfortunately, somebody else got it, but I think everybody here was cringing because a lot of people still haven't recovered from Harvey and last year. Waiting for 2 more? Is there well, I thought the one was gonna stay out there and not hit the States. Is that not? But I haven't, you know, I don't watch TV. If I don't see it on Facebook, I don't see it. So we're just gonna keep wrapping all the way around, get all these pegs filled. So I wanted to do this. I want y'all to know that you guys can do so much with these boards. You're not just limited to making flowers or using the digital prints, even though those are great and I use them. But with these boards, I mean, y'all can do so much, and that's kind of why I like to go out of the box and just think of other ideas that y'all can use these for. Just a lot of rain. All right, so let me get this cut off, and I don't know where my big scissors went, y'all. Get this unwrapped. Just get it pulled up. Cinch this, and y'all don't just, if you just turn the chenille stems, you're not going to get your bows tight. So you want to make sure you turn your bow, that way it all gets tight. And then I do both, and then I'll weave a zip tie through there, and so that's it. See how quick, how long did it take me to do that? Like 2 minutes. Oh, I know, I love this ribbon too. So now I can get that out of the way. Get this out of the way. And if y'all don't have a Pro Bow, just make one by hand. I mean, there's a simple way. So if you just fold your ribbon out, just fold one side down, just like that. And then take this side, bring it across, make an X. Find your middle, scrunch it. Cut that off, dovetail your ends, and that's a simple bow that you can put on anything. You have this ribbon too, I know, I love it. So that's you don't need a Pro Bow, you don't need an easy bow maker, you don't need a bow dabra, just a simple bow that you can put on anything. A top hat, real simple. All right, let's get this out of the way. Now for the board, I was trying to just figure out a way that you could just use, am I gonna fluff it? You want me to fluff it? I'll fluff it. Just for you, David. So I'll dovetail my ends. You fold it in half and you cut from the inside to the tip. Okay? So just like that. And then there's your dovetail. Let me get this other one done. And then I do one side at a time when I fluff my bows. So I go the big side and the little. And then the next one is the bigger one. So it'll go that way and that way. And then that way and that way. So big was started on this side. How often do I do? It just depends. I try to go live at least twice a week, but I've been so off kilter lately with being sick, and then I went on vacation, and then I came home and got sick again, and so I'm just starting to get my groove back. It hasn't been easy. There were a couple days I just sat and looked at everything and was like, what the heck do I want to do? I couldn't even make myself do anything. Hello, hello. And then you're gonna, and I don't do this until I get it on my board or my wreath. And then you'll just go through and fluff your I can't even say that without laughing. And then once I get it on the board, I'll get it all worked out. So there's the bow somewhat. All right, so for the board, let me get these out of the way. My cat will probably come over and try to attack those. You're all right, so I just did the poof. So I tried to figure out a way that you could just use one roll of burlap, but I couldn't. I started with 6 inches, 6-inch poofs, and still had a new one, do another one. So then I went to 5-inch, and I still had to start another one. But one roll did all this. So this is just the start of the second row. And all we're gonna have to do is the outside. So I have my measuring tool, and I did these at 5 inches, and you can use your board too, but it kind of threw me off. I have a 5-inch board piece that I was using, but so we'll just kind of tuck the ends under and then get that measured 5 inches. And then you're gonna get your zip tie, and always remember the flat end goes toward the bottom, or underneath, it goes towards the top of your board, okay? So let me find out. So we're gonna come in through this hole, Okay, and then I'm gonna set this right on top. And I'm gonna bring it over the board because I'm using these very outside holes as well, because I want my turkey nice and big. Where do you get the boards? You get the boards and then you just bring it down and it goes right into that hole. So you get the boards from Unique in the Creek. You can go on their Facebook page, hit the shop button, and it will take you directly to their site where you can order these boards. And I think I just missed a question. I'm sorry if you want to ask it again. I think it was asking what size poofs, and I'm doing 5-inch poofs. Hey Amy, how are ya? So this won't take me long. I did most of it already. So once again, just measuring, and then the flat part is going to go up towards the bottom, and you're going to bring it up through the hole closest to the center. This burlap, I got it at Hobby Lobby, so I don't have an extra roll right here. It's either 5 or 5.5. I don't recall right offhand, but it's from Hobby Lobby, so whatever size theirs normally are. I'm excited you get to see. And then you just bring it, let it hit the board, and it snaps right into that hole. And then you just kind of fluff your poofs. I'm forever scarred. You're not right. And once you do enough of these, you really don't even need to measure. I usually get it right without measuring them, but you know what? I was playing with a way that y'all could see this better earlier, and then I forgot to move my camera to see if it would work. Oh, see, I got to talking and did that one wrong, y'all. Let me redo that one. I'm not paying attention. I need it to go in that hole. I know this kind of looks funky right now, but it'll get there, y'all. I'm having a hot flash. Hey. And you can even just turn your board over and zip it. Hey, Amy, are y'all getting wet? Did y'all get any of that rain from, who is it, Gordon? Hey, hey. Really? Well, that's good. You're gonna, the whole inside took up one roll. So you're gonna need two, but you're not gonna use all of the second one. And I'll let you know once I get this done, how much of the second one you're gonna need. Like I said, I was trying to find a way that you could just use one roll. And you could, if you wanted to do like the ruffle method, you could do smaller ruffles and one would probably work. But I didn't. I wanted this one. We are making a turkey. Turkey, not your typical turkey face, but I guess just more of the kind of the body, the big tail. You're welcome. We're actually using more of it than I thought, because I let it just roll to the ground, and I'm looking and once we can get all this moved around. I was trying to see how many more we had. So we're almost done with this part. Wisconsin. I like the idea of the turkey too. I mean, it's just another thing you can do with these boards. That's just, I mean, yeah, I could do this on a wire frame, but it would take more supplies, more money. Am I doing 10? Are these 10-inch wide rolls? No, they are 5.5. 5.5 inch wide by, I don't remember, 10, 15. And I did forget to tell y'all to make sure you do your hanging holes, and I'll show you because I just ran into it. So the boards are marked where you can put your hanger. Let me get it down. So right here, it's the only two holes that don't line up with anything. Those are your hanging holes. So you just take, I just use twine and pull it through and then just tie it. And that way your hanger is already done. Oh, I know, her boards are amazing. I forget what I was, first time. Well, thanks for watching. It looks like we're going to use all of this roll too, y'all. It's been raining every day here for almost a week, but at least we're not getting the definitely cooled off, so we're not having the 100-degree days. What size? These are 6-inch zip ties. Yeah, 6-inch zip ties, 18 pounds. That way the tip, the head of the zip tie fits right into your holes. That way it's flat. I've already cut off some of the zip ties. And I get mine from Amazon. My video is freezing. Uh-oh. Is anybody else having a problem? Can everybody hear me, see me okay? It's going good on my end. All good. Not freezing there. Maybe go out and come back in. I don't know. I've been having problems with Facebook for a couple days. Not getting all my messages and that kind of thing. So I did it again. So it may be a Facebook thing. Just go out and maybe come back in and see if that works. Everybody else is good, so Lord knows I don't want to restart a live. Last one, y'all. No, that was the last one. Okay, that was the last one. If you wanted, I mean, you could still, and I may go back. I'll see how big this ends up being. But if I wanted a little bit bigger, I may go back and add some more to these holes and use the whole board. I may do a ruffle or something like that. I'm making a turkey. A turkey. Not your typical turkey, but... So you are going to use most of the second roll of burlap. I may only have 1.5 yards left. So it's going to take almost 2 rolls. Let me get this folded up and out of the way. I think every muscle in my body hurts, y'all. I hadn't worked out in almost 3 weeks. And so I started yesterday. And of course I do like a boot camp video. Or a boot camp workout. And so it's push-ups and sit-ups and oh my God. Every muscle hurts. So... I did all of the poofs at 5 inches. You could, it does look like it's bigger, but it's not. There's still 5 inches. But I may go back and add maybe another one to these right here. And if I decide to, I may go a little bit bigger and do 6 or 7. But we'll see how it looks. This is the first I go live and do things for the first time. That way, if I make a fool out of myself, everybody knows. So I have not done this before, so. Hey. All right, so. Now y'all can help me decide. So these are the ones, I'm gonna put these in first because the bow is gonna sit on top of these. So y'all help me out. Where's the top? Here, let's get these zip ties out of the way. So when I cut these off, I generally just pull a little bit just to make sure they're nice and tight. And then I snip them off. I mean, they're probably not going on in there. They're not going anywhere, but it's kind of just my OCD. So I just pull it just gently and snip all these off. Maybe. I think I need some new wire cutters. Now I may end up taking one of these out because I'm gonna have to place these in a zip tie to make sure that they're on there. So should I use one? So this is kind of the way it's gonna go. And then the hat will kind of sit up here. I know, they're cool. So should I do one or should I do 2 and make it nice and big? What do y'all think? One or two? Two go big because I'm in Texas and everything's bigger in Texas. Okay. All right, so let me, and I got these at Hobby Lobby. So let me clip that off. And right now, everything, all the fall is 50% off, y'all. Or not 50, it's 40% off, I lied. Get what? Get nippers where the sharp part is on the flat end. Oh, okay. These are just, they're so old. All right. So I'm going to, let's see how I'm gonna do this. I think I'm gonna wire these together. Got an extra piece of wire right there. How much? They're not feathers. They're kind of, what are they calling them? I just cut it off. I don't know, that really doesn't say. It's kind of like paper, if y'all can see that. So they're not really feathers. But they were, how much were they? $9.99. So 40% off of $9.99. So let me just kind of wire them together. All right, so I'm thinking we're gonna let me find my top. Look, y'all, I'm not even paying attention. All right, so let me, there's the top. So we're gonna come out this side. And I'm trying to just run it through one of the poofs. But I may, I'm just gonna run it over this, and I may go back in and hot glue it just to ensure that it's not going anywhere. And I don't want to, actually, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna undo this tie, this zip tie. So when you do that, you just wanna make sure that you hold your poofs in place. And I know some of y'all, I've seen some of y'all's questions, you know, how do you redo lights that aren't working, those kinds of things. And if you just go zip by zip tie and just, I mean, you're gonna have to undo one at a time, but at least you won't lose your whole frame or all the work that you've already done. Just zip those right onto the frame. And it's actually in there pretty good, y'all. But I'll go back and then I'll put just a dab of hot glue on there just to make sure. So what I'm gonna do, and this is one of her old flower boards, so it doesn't have the middle holes. So I want it in the middle. So what I may do is run a zip tie, if I can get one through there. Probably can't now because I've got it so tight. Ay, ay, ay. Oh, there it goes. All right, so let me see if I can. And I may. Just go in. I'm probably going to use a shared hole here. See, this is or did I just pop that out right here? I'm gonna try to feed it through this same hole, and I may go, I'll probably go back and just so right now there's 2 zip ties, but I'll go back and fix that. I'll just get it on there for now. All right. And I'm not taking these ties off because that may not be where it stays, so we'll have to see. All right, so I already put holes in the hat. So if we are, so there's the top. Gonna need the longer ones. Hold on, let me. just gonna use white. So I'm just going to go in that same hole. Now these feathers are not feathers, but so I'm gonna pop this out of the hole. And I'm gonna go up through that same hole. And it's gonna sit up like that. So I'll just go up through and then bring it around and bring it to the back and zip tie that right in. And then, let's see, go in this side. And still so I'm just bringing it through the top of the hat. And then just like your burlap that you just did, you're gonna go over top, down in that next hole, but you gotta take the head out of the previous one. Feed it right down through there. And I'll go, but what I'll do is I'll go back through and I'll snip these off and just use the one where I have two of these. I'll hook it in, that way I can just have the one, and I'll hook them both together in the same zip tie. And then for his feet, I was just playing with his feet right before I got on here. So what I did was I just took 2 pipe cleaners. Now this is, I may go back, or if anybody else has a better idea, please let me know. So to make them kind of thicker, I just wound 2 together. That, and then I bent it in half, and then I took a third one and oh, do they? I didn't see any. I may have to go look. So then I took this one and put it in half, and I left like a little place for the zip tie to go through. And I just bound these 2 together. And then I just took a zip tie and I went through that loop. And then just zip tied these together. Oh, and I didn't mean to do that so tight. Oh well. And then, just to make sure they're even, just cut them all together with an old pair of scissors. Don't use your good scissors for that. So those are my turkey feet. Kind of wonky turkey feet, but in a pinch, that's what I did. And then you can just take another zip tie, run it through the zip tie that's holding them all together. And run it down through your hole. And zip tie them directly to your board. And then when it's hung up, they'll hang down. But I may have to go check out Hobby Lobby. I didn't, but I've been there twice this week, y'all. I did this one too tight. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, that one's not going in. But y'all kind of get the... So just get all this poofed out. Make sure your frame is covered, which it should be. You shouldn't see the board or the zip ties or any of that. And get my bow refluffed. And I could sit here and mess with these stinking bows all night. So that's kind of it, y'all. So something a little bit different. Let me get him hung up for y'all. Closer. Yeah, you definitely have to watch the replay. Something different. I'll definitely have to glue those in place because they're not laying. But he's kind of cool, y'all, other than his wonky leg down there. He's just a one-footed turkey. But I'll get that fixed. But he's cool, something different. And I got the top hat at Party City if y'all have a Party City anywhere. So he's cool. Cool. Back y'all up a little bit. So does anybody have any questions? Very cute, very cute. He is. He's stinking awesome. It is on a Unique in the Creek board. Yep. And that's, you know, y'all could do so much with these boards, like I've already said. I mean, you could do this easily on a wire frame, but number one, it would take more supplies. It'd be more expensive. You love my poinsettia? Yeah, I like that one too. But it would cost more money, more supplies. I mean, there's just, I mean, I probably would have had to use almost full rolls of burlap to get that look on a wire frame. So definitely, and I mean, you have to pass that cost on to your customers. So if you can find a cheaper way to do it, they're happy. The end result is the same. So why not? Thanks, Lori. Anybody else have any questions? Questions? My husband's over there being silly. No questions? Okay. Well, we kept that at just under an hour. That's what I like. I like to keep all my lives under an hour, and we did that. So if y'all don't have any questions, I guess we're done here. So y'all have a great night. If you have any questions later, just message me. I'll be more than happy to answer y'all. So we'll see y'all next time. Bye.